The actress we all grew to love from Gossip Girl, Blake Lively, is currently facing a storm of controversies that nobody saw coming.
The legal battle we've been paying a close eye on. This is between former co-stars Blake Lively.
Blake Lively.
Blake Lively.
Blake Lively. Blake Lively accused the actor of unprofessional and sexually inappropriate behavior on the set of It Ends With Us and a coordinated smear campaign to damage her reputation.
Lively's picture once was of Hollywood perfection, but now she is battling accusations and public backlash to her carefully constructed reputation.
Do you plan to sue Blake Lively?
Absolutely.
You will?
Yes.
And what will you allege in that suit?
Well, we're working on it now.
The actress, known for her charm and poise, is now entangled in two major controversies: her response to the Not Me Too movement and her casting in the upcoming film It Ends With Us, a film adaptation that's elicited plenty of criticism, including from those who have been advocates for the book.
Like, some people will always like a book better than a movie, and some people will like a movie better than a book. But I think that we just did our best to honor the book and honor the fans.
But what really happened? Blake Lively has been at the center of debates about women's rights, Hollywood politics, even tone-deaf comments about Harvey Weinstein.
I never had experiences like this with Harvey myself. I only had positive ones with him, but but that goes to show where, you don't always see what's going on behind closed doors. So I think that when people come forward, your bosses, you have to acknowledge it. There have been moments where I've come forward, where other people have come forward.
As she has alternately clashed with co-star Justin Baldoni about the film's marketing strategy. In this video, we'll take a deep dive into the controversies surrounding Lively's once bright image that has turned into a hot topic. But how did she get to where she was now? And what happens next in her career? This Hollywood drama isn't going to be easy to resist, so let's get right into it.
The Hollywood actress Blake Lively.
Blake Lively.
Actress Blake Lively.
Actress Blake Lively. Blake Lively accused the actor of unprofessional and sexually inappropriate behavior on the set of It Ends With Us.
Blake Lively's rise to stardom has been meteoric. As Serena van der Woodsen on hit TV show Gossip Girl, she first captured the world's attention. Not only did Lively's role catapult her into fame overnight, it also helped her become a fashion icon. Lively very quickly became one of the most recognizable faces in Hollywood, with her effortless charm and magnetic presence on screen, producing a mammoth fan base and putting her right in the pop culture. Lively's career, however, didn't stop there. From there, she moved seamlessly into the big screen, acting in The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, 2005, in which Bridget Vreeland graced the screen as Chelsea used her range as an actress. She fell back on The Town, 2010, a film directed by Ben Affleck and in which she played an emotionally strained, warring woman trying to escape her criminal past. After finding her mettle as the glamorous socialite on Gossip Girl, her performance was praised for deep and complicated material, and that she could play gritty, dramatic roles just as well. She is even better known for her acting, but she is just as well known for her first-class style and grace, often appearing on best-dressed lists and representing major fashion brands. After she married fellow actor Ryan Reynolds in 2012, her personal life also became something of interest. Lively and Reynolds are Hollywood's most beloved power couple and are known for their playful, down-to-earth banter and shared sense of humor. Blake Lively's rise was unstoppable, having a career built on hard work and amazing talent, and an undeniable screen presence. But even the brightest stars can be in the center of an unanticipated controversy, as we'll see. When first published in 2016, Colleen Hoover's It Ends With Us became the literary world by storm. Readers around the globe responded to the emotionally charged story, based on Hoover's personal experiences, as something they recognized and could relate to. But the book is about Lily Bloom, a young woman figuring out love and domestic abuse. Written on difficult topics, including toxic relationships, abuse, and the strength it takes to break free, it's a must-read. It Ends With Us, as raw as it is, became a bestseller and earned a spot on countless must-read lists, and it has a passionate fan base. Fans were very excited when they found out the book was being turned into a film. The fact that Blake Lively essentially had star power to burn and could bring a character to life unlike anyone else meant that the anticipation was even higher. My anticipation for a movie that seemed to hold promise for casting a powerful, nuanced woman to deal with love and survival was high. As director behind the camera, Justin Baldoni also co-starred as Lily's love interest, Ryle Kincaid. Baldoni, a Jane the Virgin and 5 Feet Apart director, was lauded for his sensitivity to emotional and thought-provoking material. His involvement in the project had put his name into the mix of people who would expect a dedicated and impactful adaptation. Almost immediately, the film adaptation adaptation became something of a highly anticipated project for fans, wanting to see how one of the novel's intense and heartfelt story would play out on the big screen. But even as production proceeded, things were not smooth. However, as soon as the film's marketing and creative direction began to stir up some controversy, it would be brought unexpected challenges, namely between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively, which cast a dark cloud over the long-awaited release. The promotional strategy for It Ends With Us became a cause for major controversy as the date of the film's release grew closer. Lily Bloom's strength and resilience is what the marketing campaign highlighted. In her promotional materials, she was showcased as an empowered woman who has overcome hardships without really getting into the painful realities of the story of domestic violence. While this clearly wasn't what was intended with the film, it didn't go over well with fans of the novel or critics. Some found the promotional way of downplaying the darker, more complex elements of the story, like this slightly abusive relationship that Lily has with Ryle Kincaid, misrepresented the core of the book. The marketing was more romanticized and less brutal honest, which is why the novel was so powerful. The backlash was swift, it was public, but critics began accusing the marketing team of devaluing the very serious themes of domestic violence at the heart of the story. But many said the campaign failed to address the seriousness of Lily's situation, and thus did not make a big enough point about how important it is to draw attention to domestic abuse. Domestic violence advocates were deeply disappointed that the film's promotional materials left out a golden opportunity to tackle these issues straight on, instead opting for a more sanitized and commercialized version. Debates erupted online over whether the film would honor the powerful message of the novel or miss its most important point. As the film got closer to release, the tension between the film's creators and its audience grew more apparent and brought greater questions about how the adaptation would be received once it hit the theaters. In December 2024, Blake Lively filed a lawsuit against her It Ends With Us co-star and director, Justin Baldoni. Baldoni was accused of sexual harassment in the lawsuit and of masterminding a smear campaign against Lively. The development sent shockwaves through Hollywood, casting a dark cloud over one of the most hotly anticipated projects to come out of Hollywood all year. The lawsuit says that Lively alleged Baldoni made inappropriate comments while the film was being shot and made unwanted physical contact. Disturbing details also include subsequently entering Lively's personal space without her consent and making the work environment uncomfortable and hostile, said the allegations. It sounded like something more than a couple of spotty incidents. Lively's accusations painted a pattern of behavior, but Baldoni vehemently denied the allegations. He said in his response that Lively had invited him into her trailer and that everything between them had been consensual. The public were torn between who to believe. The stark contrast between their accounts of events only fueled it. It made the lawsuit all the more intense scrutiny into Hollywood's handling of such harassment claims, with some paralleling the uproar that followed number Me Too to ask about progress in when it comes to accountability and safety on set. Naturally, this also has brought another layer of complication to the already fraught production of It Ends With Us, as well as to the already fraught release of the film, and put Lively and Baldoni under intense public scrutiny. Even as the case unfolds, the outcome stands certain to matter long into their careers and the conversations surrounding power dynamics and harassment in Hollywood. In December 2024, Blake Lively sued Justin Baldoni for sexual harassment and a campaign of retaliation for a movie they made together called It Ends With Us. Baldoni had a hostile work environment, according to Lively, and that included unwanted presence in her trailer and inappropriate physical conduct. Baldoni denied all allegations and sued the New York Times for $250 million in defamation for reporting on Lively's allegations. The newspaper's coverage was false and damaging to his reputation, his legal team said. That controversy sparked discussions all throughout the entertainment industry. Hollywood has a system issue, and actresses Kate Beckinsale and Abigail Breslin have reliably shared their own stories of harassment and retaliation in Hollywood. Beckinsale described scenarios of abuse on film sets and pointed a finger at the difficulties that women have facing down such abuse. She also spoke about the toxic culture in Hollywood. The revelations raised new demands for greater Hollywood accountability and systemic change, after discussions already thrown into being by allegations of Hollywood's culture of silence and retaliation. The legal battles and public testimonies drew attention to the fact that working to create a safer environment for all in entertainment to prevent harassment remains a difficult thing to do. Ryan Reynolds' character, Nicepool, in a deleted scene from Deadpool and Wolverine sports a man bun, a hairstyle that's almost the same as Justin Baldoni's old look. They particularly didn't miss this detail, as the legal disputes with Blake Lively of Baldoni were ongoing. The scene quickly went viral, and fans began to speculate that it was a very subtle jab at Baldoni. But Justin Baldoni's attorney, Brian Friedman, shot down those speculations, saying, "There's there's no question that the character Nicepool was a dig at Baldoni. He also re-emphasized the absurdity of mocking cases of sexual harassment, because such cases are very serious and have no place for mockery. It's a reminder that things are getting more intense between the parties involved, and whether there are lineages between satire and an emotional battle within the entertainment world. Such an event will betray the public's nod to the many ways in which media can affect those involved in an issue beyond simply reporting on it. Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni legal dispute has affected their careers and begun to have an impact on the industry elsewhere. After the allegations, Lively's reputation was in the crossfire, but despite backing from husband Ryan Reynolds and co-stars, the controversy has overshadowed her recent projects. One of the notable sequels, which saw Lively reunite with co-star Anna Kendrick, has also been delayed. Paul Feig confirmed production is complete, but the release has been pushed back during post-production. He told fans the film will come out in spring or summer of 2025. Baldoni's career has been notably affected. After the allegations, WME dropped him as a client, but he also had his podcast episode taken down and was sued by his former publicist, Stephanie Jones, who claims he ran a smear campaign against Lively. An award from a women's organization was also stripped from Baldoni because of the allegations, and the organization rescinded the honor. The controversy has only made transparency and accountability in Hollywood a bigger call. A statement issued by the Screen Actors Guild American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, SAG-AFTRA, backed Lively, praising her for speaking out about retaliation and harassment. But the statement also underscored the need to designate an intimacy coordinator for every scene involving nudity or sexual content as a first step toward ensuring safer sets. There is a much larger discussion going on about workplace safety and equity in Hollywood because of these events. Although living vicariously in NEFCAT, I view a definitive moment occurring in which Lively stands and speaks out about the experience of what is alleged to be misconduct within the industry. The Blake Lively and It Ends With Us saga illustrates why the world of entertainment is so complex, so difficult. As the legal battles continue and public opinion remains divided, one thing is clear: this feud is far from over. And if you liked this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth analyses of current events.